The political tension between India and Canada is getting heated and it's all over the news. What is the current situation like? How will you be affected? What can we expect as an outcome? Let's find out. Hello and welcome to Canadian Dream. This channel is all about Canadian immigration related news and updates. In today's video, we'll talk about the ongoing political situation between Canada and India. It's always difficult to comment on political situations, especially as this is not an official news broadcasting channel. However, I understand that with all the news out there, some of you might be in a state of restlessness from this, and I thought I should try to share my understanding with you if that helps. Just to make it clear, my main objective of making this video is not to get political, but to talk about the impact on immigration only. In this video, I'll try to answer questions that could come to your mind if you are an Indian. Number 1. What is this all about? If I have to draw a summary of what has happened, Canada expressed their concerns about human rights issues and attempted to address them based on an assassination, which India took as an interference in its domestic affairs, and so this dispute resulted in India suspending their visa services to Canada, which further developed recently in both countries to expel key diplomats. So that's the situation right now. Now let's get into its impact on the immigration. Number 2. Who is this going to affect? The BLS website of Canada has put up the announcement saying that Indian visa services have been suspended until further notice. This basically means if you are a Canadian citizen living in Canada or any other nationality living in Canada and want to apply for an Indian visa, you'll not be able to do so from an Indian embassy until there are further changes made. Also, Canadian citizens applying for an Indian visa from any other country, their visa will not be processed as usual. Other than the visas, no other announcements have been made regarding immigration-related activities, so you're free to submit for such applications, but we can expect delays. Number 3. What other negative impacts we can expect? Ministry of External Affairs mentioned that they're planning to reduce diplomats in India. This may impact the visa processing time for Indians who are trying to move to Canada with a study permit, work permit, or even ExpressEntry. As I understand, a good number of Canadian diplomats are in India to support the visa processing, as India is one of the largest contributors to Canada's international students and immigration plans. However, when these staffs will be called back to Canada, the visa processing may face labor shortage and the processing time may increase. Aside from expecting to see a backlog occurring for these processes, some services like education loans will be at the risk of getting rejected in India. This is mainly because banks may not be interested in issuing loans at this moment. Number 4. Will my visa processing be impacted if it's being processed in Canada? If you have any sort of visa processing going on in Canada or outside India, then I don't think you should be worried about delay in the processing time. Number 5. Are there any travel restrictions? There is no travel restrictions as of yet. If you are concerned about your travel safety, then I can assure you that no such news of harassment towards tourists has come up yet, and you may as well expect it to keep being that way. Are Indians going to face visa refusals? If you are an applicant from India worried that you'll get rejected solely because of your nationality, I would say that there is not much chance of that happening. I don't see any reason for IRCC to hold that bias against you, as Canada has always protected its Charter of Rights and Freedom, which ensures that there is no such bias held against a certain nationality. So any such processing taking place inside Canada is free from such possibilities. But of course, your visa may get refused for any reasons other than your nationality. Number 7. Did this happen before? We can look back to the time when Canada had a dispute with China. Canada did not impose any ruling or expel the Chinese people living in Canada. But we did see a decrease in the number of Chinese student applications though. To end this video, I would like to request all of you to rationally take in any news that you see. This is a sensitive time for many and things can easily turn worse in a matter of seconds. I urge you to verify any news that you encounter during this fiasco and reasonably think before you react. I hope this video was helpful and I was able to give you some idea about the current situation. To get regular updates on ExpressEntry, do subscribe and click on the bell icon. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I'm also available in TikTok right now. I try to share regular updates there as well. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.